All right, so there's 3 rules to being a lieutenant. First one is always know what you're doing. Number 2 is to always look cool. And number 3, if you fail at number 1, resort to number 2.
Powering on. Aired.
I'm really not a huge CrossFit fan, but I think it fits perfect for what the Army training and military training is trying to accomplish. So this morning for PT, it's something you guys could do as well. It's a modified Murph. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. It's a workout of the day you can find online. What we did is we ran about a half mile to a track, did a 1 mile run at about, I'd say, a 7:30 minute per mile pace. And then we did 100 push-ups, 100 body squats, 100 pull-ups. Ran another mile at about a 7-minute pace, a little faster, and we ran a half mile back to our company. So it was a pretty good workout. It took about, I'd say, 45 minutes and it accomplished what we're trying to do. So increase endurance, increase your stamina for running and endurance, and increase strength. But in my free time, I'm not going to do CrossFit because I like separating strength training from cardio, and I limit cardio as much as possible. I'll still be able to run pretty well. But for breakfast this morning, we got some overnight oats. So this is still the snickerdoodle flavor, protein with 1 cup of oats, 1 serving of chocolate chips, some of that Coffee Mate snickerdoodle creamer, which works out really well. It tastes identical to the protein powder. I've drank the creamer by itself just to taste it. And then some vanilla, fat-free, sugar-free Jello pudding mix. If you guys are getting tired of your same flavor of overnight oats, if you eat it as much as I do, just switch up the fat-free, sugar-free Jello mix, and it completely changes the flavor of your oats. So I'll either use butterscotch, cheesecake, chocolate, or vanilla in this same identical recipe, and it tastes different. And then I chopped a banana, which I typically don't do, about 126 grams of banana that I picked up at just 7-Eleven on the way to work this morning, along with this blue Monster, and then just threw it in there. The worst part about drinking Monster after waking up and brushing your teeth is just that you have that like minty flavor in your mouth, and you can't really taste or appreciate the full potential of a Monster. So that's breakfast, guys. Get along with this day. I'll show you some more meals and then some clips from training. All right, so you know how Facebook does those like memories? Well, this one just popped up on the news feed. So 3 years ago today, I announced that my company was starting up, and then we were coming out with our pre-workout flight. So it's crazy how much it's grown in 3 years. So like this is when we were first announcing our first t-shirt we were making. And then it's like the first poster I put up on the Facebook page, and we had probably like 5 likes. So for lunch today, this is pretty typical. Got a peanut butter sandwich with 32 grams of natural peanut butter on just some whole wheat bread. And then here I have 8 ounces of chicken breast, 10 ounces of red potatoes with some barbecue sauce, and then some cabbage slaw mix. So what I found is the best way to make chicken over the past couple of years is, you buy chicken breast in like a pack, and it's pretty thick. It's probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. If you cut it in half and make it thin, or if you like pound it out before you put it in the oven or you put it on the grill or something, it turns out a lot better, and it doesn't dry out as fast. So just a quick chicken cooking tip for you. So that's lunch. All right, guys, so I just got home. Right now it is 5:30. Earlier than usual. Lately I've been getting home around 6:37, just depending on what's going on. But I wanted to be able to go to the gym right after getting home. So what I did is I picked up Subway before leaving work. Typical sub that I usually get, foot long on whole wheat, double meat. So this time I got the smoked turkey and Black Forest ham with cheese, provolone cheese toasted. And then veggies, I got cucumber, tomato, spinach, pickles, onions, and then mustard. So it ends up being around 15 grams of fat, 60 grams of protein, and 100 grams of carbs. just to get some quick food in me, and it digests very easy. So I'll probably go to the gym here the next half hour after taking pre-workout. But I wanted to point out, so if any of you guys are military or federal employees and you're not taking advantage of Oakley's website standard issue, you can get stuff from Oakley's site 40 to 50% off. So I got these Oakley sunglasses, the M-Frame 2.0 hybrids, which are typically, I think, around 130, and I got them for 80. So you get a pretty big discount. Main reason I picked these up is because we're going to some training here in October, and you always have to have eye pro on you. So I just wanted to pick up a good pair because right now I have an old pair of Oakleys that are like sitting sideways on my head, and it's just super annoying when I'm wearing a helmet and stuff. So check out standardissue.com. Buy Oakley if you meet those requirements. So military, federal employee, something like that. Just check it out. All right, so just got done working out. About to pick up some groceries for the next couple days, specifically like the essentials, chicken, eggs, potatoes, sugar-free, fat-free Jello pudding mix, and then some fun stuff. But lately I've been incorporating more of my powerlifting compound movements into my workouts because I got some time back from the field, like you guys know, and I can really focus on progressing in strength, and it just gives me a measure of what kind of progress I'm making. And one thing I have noticed, pros and cons, so when I incorporate compound movements, my core gets stronger again. And then when I'm just trying to get workouts in, when I have time and I'm not really doing squats and deadlifts, I can feel my core strength kind of just get a little bit weaker. You know, I don't feel as strong, as thick, as dense, if that makes sense to you guys. But then on the downside, with all the running we do at PT, I do find that when we do squats and when I do squats and deadlifts in the gym, it negatively affects my run time. So joints hurt a little bit, I'm more sore, and it's just not as easy to run. So it's kind of a love-hate relationship with cardio and then strength training. But in the gym today, I don't know if you guys ever get like stressed down about just thinking into the future. Like, where are you going to be in 2 to 5 years? You know, what are you going to accomplish? And there's a lot I want to do. There's always goals that I'm working towards. And then sometimes you think, am I doing enough? You know, am I working hard enough to make my dreams come true eventually? Everyone has these crazy dreams they want to make happen. But in a lot of people's cases and situations, they just don't reach them because things pop up, things happen, life happens. But the way I look at it as I have priorities, and my goals and the accomplishments I want to make, that's my top priority right now. And one of those being, you know, blow this channel up, blow my company up, just make it that much bigger and that much better, which I can sustain myself at some point in life. And that would be great. That's what I want. You know, that's what I want to accomplish. And when you start thinking, are you working hard enough? You look at the people around you. And, you know, I look around me and I see a lot of people that aren't hard workers. They don't put in the time, the effort. They don't have the dedication that a lot of people that go to the gym, you and me, I'm talking to you guys because I know you have some sort of dedication, some sort of commitment to working out, fitness or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. And you look at them and you think, you know, I'm surpassing them in an instance that I'm working harder towards my goals. I know a lot of people that they go to work, they do their 9 to 5 job, they go home and they don't do anything the rest of the night. They don't work towards something bigger or better. You know, they're satisfied with what they're doing. And if you're satisfied with what you're doing, that's great. But I think you should always be working towards one step greater than what you're currently sitting at. You need something to push you that much farther. That's just the way I think. It's just who I am. And I'm really competitive. I'm a competitive person, and I compare myself to other people and their work ethic and their accomplishments because that pushes me. But you can't compare yourself, or you can't, I'd say, be in a competitive spirit with people that aren't competitive in nature, that aren't working towards their accomplishments and goals. Because when you look at them, you realize you're doing better, you're working harder, and it doesn't really push you. You know, you're not on the same playing field. You need to compare yourself or compete with people that are in line with you. They have the same work ethic, the same competitive spirit. They want bigger accomplishments than you that makes you work that much harder. And it kind of just got me thinking that, no, not to be cocky or overly confident, but you can look at people that don't have a great work ethic and you know you're working harder than them. okay? You know that you want something bigger, and that makes you feel good. But in reality, why should you feel good about yourself because you're working harder than someone that doesn't care about these bigger goals? You know, you need to put yourself in line with people that want the same kind of goals as you, and that pushes you that much harder. And that just made me super motivated tonight thinking about that, because at some point in my life, I want to accomplish all the things that I'm writing down day by day in my notes on my iPhone, and just making it happen, guys. Just make it happen. So I'm gonna go and grab some food and show you my last meal for the night. That's my little tangent about, you know, setting goals, working hard, and compound movements build a strong core and some strong glutes. All right, so I picked up one of these ready-to-go fresh salads at HEB. Just get some veggies in for the day, and I'm going to top it with some Bolthouse Ranch dressing. 45 calories, 3 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, 1 gram of protein. And then main course, I have 9 ounces of shrimp with some sweet onion, green pepper, already cooking in there, and that's with a little bit of Old Bay as well. And then I'm going to put it in 3 of these Southwest tortillas, also made by HEB, just made today. So macros on these are per tortilla 3.5 grams of fat, 23 gram of carb, and 4 grams of protein. And then I'm also going to have in here 1 banana. Literally impossible to get a banana off with one hand. There you go. 1 banana. And then my dessert, boom. Saw these last minute, had to give these a try. We'll do a little taste test right now. So I can fit 2 of these in my macros. Smell very, very chocolatey. The brownie batter Oreo. That's awesome. That is so good. Oh man, this one got screwed. There's no back to this. I don't know, are they all like that? Nope, just that one. You can see texture, no texture. Anything you can put in a taco shell or like a tortilla is gonna be good, in my opinion. That or like a bun, a burger or a sandwich. Anything you can eat with your hands. And I really want to eat more of those brownie batter Oreos. But hitting macros spot on today. 81 grams of fat, 445 grams of carbs, and 252 grams of protein. So within plus or minus 5 grams per macro. So that wraps up the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I wanted to get a full day of eating video out there because it's been a while since I got one. This weekend is my first day off in the last month. So heading to Austin tomorrow, which will be Friday. And then Saturday I'll put up another video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next one.